Okay, I wanna. All right, back to Remembrance of the Cousin videos here. I got my notes here, and I want to cross it. I want to put a check mark on it to say that I already talked about it. Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but I'm not done talking about it, so I can't put a check mark on it. So I want to make another video here, even though I should be eating right now, because I want to finish talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. So, scary movies. Some of them are not as scary as others of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Uh, but I I was scared by him, but my cousin, I don't know. I guess he wasn't scared because he really enjoyed these movies. So I think I saw the second Nightmare on Elm Street first. So at one point I thought that was the first one because it was the first one that I saw. So I saw the second one, and then I saw the first one. So I was thinking the chronology was the other way around. So yeah, we were at uh, my cousin's when he lived at this big house at night, and we were watching this scary movie, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it was the second one, and there was like this. I think there was like a pool scene, and my cousin was like, "Oh, this part's really cool." He said something like that, like he really liked this part. Uh, Watch this, and like Freddy Krueger, I think uh, he like I think he was there and then he disappeared and then he reappeared. Maybe he was like in the pool and there was like, because he had this glove that had on the fingers of the glove were blades. So the idea of that is very scary. And he's like in your nightmares and he kills you in your nightmares. But I guess sometimes he would come out of the dream and or is he out of the dream? Like that was one thing that they would mess with you, the viewer in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Like you're like there were times where like you think you're out of the dream, but you're not really. You're still dreaming. So this guy, oh, not only does he have this glove with these blades on it, and his face is all burnt up. So he's got this scary looking face, and he's got Robert Englund. He's got his voice was very effective as Freddy Krueger, and his whole outfit. He's got the striped shirt and the hat. So in some ways, like he was a villain. Like sometimes villains are they have this charisma. Strangely, like there's this appeal to some villains, like Freddy Krueger, I guess had, like the way he performed the way the actor performed Freddy Krueger was sometimes, I guess, sometimes humorous actually, but sometimes just like I don't know what it. Sometimes bad guys are appealing. I guess because they're doing things that they're allowed to break rules that most people can't break. Maybe that's part of it. So I was scared of these movies, but my cousin enjoyed them a lot. Uh, there is, I think, pretty sure there was one of these movies. I don't remember which one. It might have been like uh, Dream Warriors, like that part, because they made a bunch of these Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So some of them had subtitles. I think like Dream Warriors was one of them that we watched there. Because I don't remember if it was this one or it was one of the other ones, but I remember like one of the nightmare scenes in Nightmare on Elm Street, unless it wasn't, yeah, I guess it was a nightmare scene. Because like that, it was weird because like I guess like Freddy Krueger, he would do crazy things in your dreams, but like uh, I guess he would come out of your dreams and do crazy things too. It's like weird messing with reality kind of thing. But there is so There's this one scene in one of the movies. uh, there's this faucet. Uh, and the handle on the faucet is like, I think it's like that, kind of like a cross shaped faucet, and it turns into like a claw kind of, and it attacks someone. If I'm remembering this correctly, I haven't seen it in a long time. I probably only saw it once. I was like, okay, that's enough. Too scary. I maybe didn't even see all of it. So I think like that kind of faucet. I think he had that kind of faucet. My cousin. I think he had that kind of faucet in his house. Uh, or maybe I just imagined that it was similar to it. Maybe I was because I think I was like just traumatized by seeing that scene, like a faucet coming alive and attacking you. I think part of the problem was we were watching this movie at night when the house was dark, so my imagination was getting the best of me. So I was just kind of scared about that, and so some of this couple scenes that I remember from the movie, I think it was Dream Warriors. Like at one point, um, hmm, somebody goes up to a TV, and I don't remember if they did it to themselves or somebody else did it to them, but they got a TV smashed over their head, which at the time, I thought was very scary. I suppose the music, sometimes soundtracks definitely help in scary movies. They help to scare you. Yeah, so that was probably part of the reason why I was scared. Music in the movie. Uh, So that scared me, seeing a TV get smashed over someone's head, and also another scene that I'm remembering was somebody was like, it looked like they were like sleepwalking, I guess. Yeah, they were sleepwalking in Nightmare on Elm Street movies. At least one time, where somebody was like, they looked like they were sleepwalking, but their veins were like had come out of their body, and their veins were like sticking straight up. So I guess that's how they died. And I think they like walked out of the window and died from falling out the window. Uh, I think it was like around the part of this scene in the movie where somebody had, I don't know why, but they had well, okay, so they had like a clay figure, I guess, possibly of Freddy. I don't know, unless it wasn't Freddy, but he turned into Freddy Krueger, and then he like, I think he like grew to from like action figure size to like full humans, adult size. So that was scary, kind of like being scared of your action figures. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, uh, definitely scared of those, especially back then. Unless you're able to be brave, it's kind of scary to watch these movies. So I remember we were me and my cousin and his brother, his older brother, we were like in the living room. It was dark, and we were watching one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, I think Dream Warriors, and I had a I had a quilt on me. I was in a chair, and they were, I guess, on the couch there, and uh, I was scared from the movie, and uh, it's like an accident. Like you can't. It's something that is bothering you, but you can't turn away. Especially like what am I gonna turn away to? Like even so we're watching this scary movie, and if the movie is scaring me, if I turn away, I can still hear the scariness of what's going on. So, although it might not have been as bad, but just like looking off into the dark house, that might have scared me too. But I had this quilt on, and I was scared, and I guess my body temperature was going up, and I don't know, maybe it was like summertime. I don't know. It was kind of, maybe it was possibly also hot in the house, but I had a blanket on, and maybe from being scared, your body temperature might go up possibly when you're scared. But my body temperature was going up. I was scared from watching the movie, and I had the quilt on. Maybe maybe like sometimes I was covering my eyes. Possibly, maybe I should have just done that. But then I still would have heard the scariness of the movie, the Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So like I was getting hot and sweaty from having the quilt on, and I was blaming it on the scary movie. And I was probably being whiny. I was saying, "Can you turn off the movie? I'm hot." Which might sound funny from someone else's perspective, but for me, I was scared, and I was like begging him, and I was even like maybe using a stern voice, like, "Can you turn the movie off? I'm scared. I'm hot." But my cousin was like because it kind of sounds funny, like just like using the logic of it. I'm I want you to turn off a movie because I'm hot. But I was hot because I had the blanket on, and I was scared. So from my cousin's perspective, he what I had said was funny. So he just laughed at me. He said no. He was serious. He wanted to watch this movie because he was enjoying it. I was probably bothering him. I was probably being annoying and whiny. But he did laugh, I think. I think he laughed, unless he just said no. Probably didn't laugh too much because he wanted to continue watching the scary movie. So yeah, my cousin enjoyed watching scary movies. Nightmare on Elm Street, I guess was one of his favorites. Those series of movies. I don't know how many had come out by that time because my cousin died in 1991. So yeah, they continued making. Pretty sure, yeah, they continued making the movies, Nightmare on Elm Street movies after that. I just remember like from the 80s, um, when my cousin was still alive. Uh, Yeah, that's when the movie scared me back then. Yeah. So at least like Dream Warriors, that might have been the third one. Because for sure, I watched the second one at my cousin's uh, place when they lived in that big scary house. Hmm. So yeah, that might have been the third one, Dream Warriors. Freddy Krueger, scary guy. Yeah, I already checkmarked that. Okay, I guess I should stop. Gotta eat. Gotta have my smoothies.